Hey, this is Aditya from LightHaven. Today we're going to be discussing the roots of all Pekiti Tirsia Kali footwork. Now in most weapon-based arts, you have a lot of emphasis on triangular footwork. And we've gone over the reasons on this channel a lot. I'm trying to get off center line, off line of the weapon. I'm trying to get away from the weapon or attack the arm before I can start to attack the body. Within the art of Pekiti Tirsia Kali, you have some footworks that are a lot more famous than the others, but they all have their roots in four essential footwork patterns. So now behind me, let me actually take you guys with me to show you. That's Luna over there. So behind me we have a couple of essential footwork patterns for Pekiti. The first is your open triangle, right? And it's called an open triangle because the top of the triangle is open. It can also be closed, the top can also be closed, but you're essentially moving forward at these 45-degree angles. The next is what we call a closed triangle, because again the top of that triangle is closed. Again, the back side can also be closed, but you're moving in and out in this closed triangle kind of formation. The next is side stepping. Now I'm going to explain to you why I have two sticks on one side and one stick on the other side. It's to do with how much distance you want to cover in the side step. And the last footwork pattern that's not often mentioned within Pekiti or within videos is this box pattern. Yes, if I stand like this, there is also a diamond pattern, but as you'll see, both diamond footwork and ranging footwork are essentially just variations of open and closed triangle. This box pattern though is quite unique in the way that it's used, and it's quite unique in the way that it's expressed, and it's quite unique in which weapon systems it's used and in what context that it's expressed. So these are our four root patterns within the art of Pekiti, from which all of our other footwork patterns are derived. So let's first start with our open and closed footwork patterns. I'm going to start with my open triangle. Right? So I'm going to imagine that this is home, where the tip of the triangle is. This is my home, and I'm going to be stepping whichever side I'm stepping, right or left, that's the foot that's going to start. So if I'm going with my right side, my right leg starts. If I'm going with my left side, my left leg starts. A really important concept is whenever I'm stepping, I want to always be nicely balanced over here, and with my knees bent in such a way that I can immediately explode in any direction without the need to adjust, right? So I'm coming home, I'm stepping out, I'm coming home, I'm stepping out. The length of my step also has to be enough that I'm able to get my head off the tip of this triangle. This is really important. This is center line. And generally the idea is that my opponent is standing in line with center line. I'm moving off line of my opponent. Oftentimes within the weapon arts, I'm moving offline because I want to attack his weapon arm before then I start to attack his body, which might be on center line. So I'm moving offline to attack the weapon arm, and then later I can start moving back online to attack the body. Coming to the closed triangle, you can do this in a couple of ways. You can start from the center. I like to start from the side. Now, it's very similar in that I'm moving, if I'm going to my left side, my left leg starts, except the way that this is most often practiced, at least the way that's favored by me to practice, is I'm going to step all the way in, all the way out, all the way in, all the way out, all the way in and out. And now while open triangle, at least the way I had shown you, practicing this is teaching me to have nice solid structure so I can withstand pressure. Closed triangle is teaching me to go in and out. It's teaching me to cover a lot of distance, and often these two are used together in unison. I may move offline with open triangle, either this single step or this double step, and then I want to maybe move back online towards my opponent's body, because again I'm using my open triangle to attack the arm maybe or get past my opponent's weapon, and I'm using closed triangle to attack my opponent's body. Now from here I could step just straight back, but it's quite easy for your opponent to just follow if you're stepping straight back. So I often want to switch directions and move back at a different angle, right? So these two are most often used in unison, and it's from these two patterns that are most famous footwork variations come. One is ranging footwork, where I am combining my open triangle and closed triangle in a way where I start with this open triangle on the top, and this and this closed triangle on the bottom. So the footwork, I go 45 degrees to the right or left, you can start from whichever direction, but I'm going forward, 45 degrees, forward again that side. Now 45 degrees backwards, now this is my closed triangle. This is my open triangle. This is my closed triangle. And you can do this in what's called a single step or in the double step variation in all 4 directions. The other pattern that's very commonly used is if I reverse this order and I put this open triangle on the bottom and closed triangle on the top, then you get what we call diamond footwork. Okay? Now I'm going forward 45 degrees just like I would in my open triangle. I'm going forward 45 degrees into my closed triangle. The idea is I'm looking to attack the limb, I'm looking to get past the weapon, attack the body, and now I want to get back out again. And the other side, attack the limb, attack the body, get back out again. But as you can see, this is just open triangle on below closed triangle, and the order is changed. I'm still going forward to my left, forward to the right, backwards to my left, backwards to my right. It's just I'm not coming home anymore. Now let's look at our side stepping. Here, this stick is center line, and depending on how much distance I want to cover, I am stepping the length of one step to the side, coming back, stepping the length of another stick to the other side, coming back, stepping, coming back, stepping. Now if you were to combatively use the side step, this is the way that I would probably use it, because I'm getting all the way of center line. And now from here, I can follow my opponent wherever it is that they might go. The flip side to this, a way that's often also practiced, is that I'm starting at center line like this, and I'm stepping just a little bit, just enough to get my body off line of center line. That's it. I'm not trying to cover as much distance as I would here. I am just trying to get my body of center line and have my hip move as well to again have this bladed shape. So imagine someone's thrusting me down this line. I am sidestepping and turning my hip so that the weapon goes past my body. Same on the other side. I step to the side and I turn my hip so that the weapon goes by my body on that side. That's your essential sidestepping. One other really important essential thing in sidestepping is when I sidestep, this foot has no weight. All of my weight is on my back leg. This foot has no weight. Another thing is that my hip is dictating and is pulling my leg in. I am not turning and then turning my hip. I step, I turn my hip to get off center line, and that's what causes this leg to be pulled in to this kind of like a modified cat stance. Now let's talk about this box footwork and the specific circumstances in which it's most often used. Now there is another subsystem within Pekiti called Picadum Trigo, which has a lot of box footwork, but we're not going to be talking about that. Instead, we're going to be talking about multiple opponents in Pakal. The idea behind the box footwork is that it's supposed to teach me that how to blade my stance. So let's say that I start like this. I want my feet to be lined up with this part of the box so that I am facing my opponent in this bladed way and not in this square way, which again, this bladed way for long range is super important. The way that I was taught at least is that I'm hitting, I'm attacking with a jab in front of me, I am turning to the side, now I'm attacking someone over there. Now I'm turning to this side, I'm attacking someone over there. Now I'm turning this side, I'm attacking someone over there. And now I'm here and I'm back to where I began. And now I can go the other way. So I attack, I turn here. Now, you know, a lot of these, in these patterns, it's really up to you. You don't always have to be standing on the outside. You don't always have to be standing on the inside. In fact, often you cannot have both feet on the inside. Depending on the length of the step, which again we speak about in a little bit, you can also go both outside, one leg inside, one leg outside, one leg inside, one leg outside, both outside. It's really up to you, because you know everyone's height is a little bit different. So you can go the other way, jab, I step here, jab, I turn, attack someone over there, turn, I'm attacking someone over there, and I'm back to where I began. And then you would switch hands and you'd go the other way. Again, an important consideration in this is when I'm turning and I'm stepping, I am again in my bladed stance facing that opponent. When I'm turning and I'm stepping, again I'm in a bladed stance facing that opponent. I'm not square up to anybody. I'm in this bladed stance. That's often how this box footwork is applied. Now in all of this, there's one more really important concept, and that is the concept of the length of the stick. Now the length of the stick is generally measured to the length of your arm from armpit to middle finger, and is generally used as the approximate ideal length of a good step. So what that means is that if I am moving forward, I want to cover approximately the length of a stick with each step. That could be if I'm using this in an open triangle fashion. It could be if I'm just going forward and back. It could be if I'm using it in a closed triangle fashion. I want to be able to cover approximately the length of a stick. Now one really important thing in all of these things is that I want to cover this length of a stick either in a way that I have good structure to continue to be able to fight, so I am balanced, my weight is equal, I'm able to absorb pressure but also move and hit with power, or in a way that can instantly, like a transition phase, that instantly move me into a place from where I can fight, right? So this stick is kind of the heart of all of these other patterns. That's why you'll see, that's why I made these diagrams with a stick. In all of these patterns, we're approximately looking to cover the length of the stick or using the stick as a reference point to know how much distance we should cover with each step. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. If you have anything to add, leave that in the comments down below. Please do subscribe to the channel. All of these things really do help out the school and the channel a lot. A huge thank you to everybody on our Patreon page and everybody on our YouTube memberships. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you would like to know more about the exclusive content that we offer on Patreon and on YouTube memberships, then check out the links in the description down below. Lastly, thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.